listening? It is I, Numator 479. According to our studies of your puny mammalian race, we discovered you like very good coffee. And while it is our evolutionary purpose to cause you psychic torment, we want you awake and vivacious to give it. So try our new blend from Spring Hill Jack Coffee, Reptilian in the morning. Our proprietary blend of lightly roasted cacao husks will have you immediately energized upon emerging from the pain cloaca with all your slippery new eggs. Thanks, honey. Hot, I'm cold-blooded. Thanks to Spring Hill Jack and last podcast on the left, I'm ready to get out there and eat some babies. Get out of the way, Hillary Clinton.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
I've got a death wish. It's me, Charles Bronson. You've never heard my Charles Bronson?
I've never heard your Charles Bronson.
It's me, it's Charles Bronson.
It sounds like Bob Dylan.
No.
Hey, I'm Charles Bronson.
That's you being Bob Dylan.
I'm from
No,
Hibbins.
now you're making me Bob Dylan. I'm Charles Bronson. What did you do to my wife? What did you do? Jeff Goldblum. What did you do to my wife? That's my resolution.
I'm from Hibbins, Minnesota.
I'm from Hibbins, Minnesota. That's Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
Again, it's different. You're doing sing-song.
I thought he was from Duluth.
Hibbins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's more like this. Now Bob Dylan don't like this more often.
We can do this all day. Welcome to the last podcast on the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I'm going to do my New Year's resolution is to perfect my Charles Bronson and to separate it from my Bob Dylan.
Wow. I think that's great. I would love to do a Death Wish watch party, man.
That'd be
just
nice.
go through all 6 of them.
Well, before we get to that, that's Ed Larson. That's the man who wants to watch all the Death Wishes.
Yes, I have a Death Wish for Death Wish.
He does.
And we've got Henry Zabrowski, who's working on his...
Charles Bronson. I'm Charles Bronson. I'm trying to get it MRI machine because it's women's concealed handgun to fire. I'm trying to get it into, that's how you lock it in.
Mm-hmm. And my name's Marcus Parks, and my New Year's resolution is to get more in tune with the earth.
Whoa.
You mean like bury yourself alive?
You already dig daily.
Yeah. How much more? Is it just
No,
you're going to be rolling around in soil?
No, that's the problem, though, is that my house only has so much dirt. And you
Okay.
can only dig so much because that's the thing. I've planted a lot of stuff, and it's all, like, doing really well. Like, my flowers are blooming. They're beautiful. Everything's going great. But now... I can't dig no more.
Marcus Parks Community Garden.
You are slowly but
Think
surely,
about it. Think
honestly,
about it.
the more connected you are to flowers, you're becoming Kate Bush. This is becoming real.
More
Put
of
the bush in Cape Bush.
Oh, you don't think she's got a... Oh.
Well, I'm talking about like an actual one that you plant in the ground.
Yeah.
Not the
No,
one
I'm-
she sits on every day.
I'm talking about pubes. I'm talking about big, crazy pubes, brother. Come on, man. Come on, Jack. Talking about pubes, dog.
Well, today we got a true crime roundup, but it's also
Yay.
a relaxed fit. We're going to be talking about various sundries, strange things. We're going to be talking about some stats that have come in
Look,
that I think say a lot about this country and a lot about the states.
I do. I honestly, and you don't know what is revealed by the tippity taps on your computer. And I have Eddie's little computer today because I forgot it.
Yeah, I got it. It's very decorated. Henry isn't this friendly.
No.
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 No, but I do, because then we were actually talking about this before the show, because it's like, you could have just kept the computer, and I could have not had the computer, but it feels weird because I'm the other guy with the computer.
Yeah, but I also planned nothing, so you should have the computer.
He also planned nothing.
I planned nothing.
Kate's computer. Get it away from me.
Yeah, I feel it's nice because then
Answer some emails while you're in there, actually.
I will just say, I'm afraid. I don't like being inside of someone else's computer because I don't want to know what goes on inside of the back of your fucking lizard
It's
brain.
surprisingly boring.
I know. It's just mostly like, what's your main porn search?
My main porn search, tits.
Yeah. Like he's a man who just arrived in a time machine.
I don't even need to search. It's just whatever's in front of me.
Yeah.
I ain't all that particular.
I like what's popular.
Yeah.
Wow,
You do top 40?
Yeah, I do top 40 porn.
Wow.
I do the Taylor Swift of porn,
Well, it's on our minds. Listen, before we get into some crime, let's get into some stats.
Okay.
Pornhub. Okay, well, yes, they are. There's quite a bit of crime going on Pornhub.
There's a lot of crime on Pornhub. There's a lot of crime just in general. But I feel like this tells you a lot about members of our constituency.
Of course. So they released all the stats of the years, what the top searches are. So I mean, it's not anything that surprising. MILF, hentai,
Sure.
so on and so forth.
The big
Android made a 1,000% gain on search.
Now, did you go on Did you go on Pornhub and look up Android and see what that even means? Because I don't know if it's just like because part of me wonders is about Android-friendly VR porn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is just the search term Android. So what comes up is something.
Do you care
different.
if I do this on here?
There's the private search.
Yeah.
You might want to throw that on there.
I just want to see because I've never heard of that category before, and I just want to see what happens.
Is it people fucking robots, or is it like people
Again,
filming?
this is for work.
From
all
their
right?
phone?
And I want everybody who's an employee to mark this as for work. If it shows up on the thing, this is research for the goddamn
This
show.
isn't anything we talked about in the office, not into a microphone.
Well, Android is often combined with video game searches.
Oh, interesting.
So they
Lesbian
want like
sexy robot, Android 18.
Android cosplay, Android role play. So
Well,
they
all right,
want
that's
somebody
enough.
dressed up as a beep boop robot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But no tinfoil.
I mean, we're past tinfoil, bro.
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
They
man?
look like people now.
Yeah.
No, they don't yet.
Well, I mean, when you put the fake skin on them, they look like people.
Well, we have like real dolls, but they're not doing anything. It's not like they can go out and get a job or whatever. They can't protect the house. They just lay there, get fucked, and then have to be washed out.
Arguably a job.
I guess it is.
Arguably a
Paid
full-on
for
job.
room and board.
Yeah,
Paid in room and board.
It's mostly a service.
Yeah. Well, the most interesting part of these stats is the United States top relative searches. And these are terms searched more often in each state when compared to all the others.
Okay, it's not like which relative they want to fuck.
No.
As
But there
far
is
as-
that. There is quite a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is that there's not a lot of states that have that relative fucking like the whole
Stepbrother,
stepbrother, stepsister, incest.
You
all
never
that.
hear stepfather. Why is that?
You hear it in gay porn. It
Yeah.
shows up in gay. They also have the gay searches. Shows up in gay porn.
Yeah.
Daddy is also very large, very tall on the list.
For
I was
the
about to say very long on the list.
Yeah.
There was a fucking video I was searching for the stream that I had found, and someone deleted, and I was looking for it for a long time. I didn't think about the connotation. And so the video, again, if you know what this video is, please send it to sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com.
Your computer's going to explode.
This is just, but the video was of a man, and this is real. He was caught masturbating in public, and it's all video of him masturbating, but like real lazily, just masturbating in public. But then you see him being arrested, and he's continuing to masturbating, and then he continue him to be back. He gets into the cop car, and someone's filming him trying to suck his own dick inside of the cop car, right? Because fully erect. I don't know. He must have been.
You're already in there.
He must have had a Red Bull. And so, but then I looked all that up. Right, I looked up man masturbating caught by police.
That's going to be
That's a lot of
different
people,
yeah, it's really like very graphic, and a lot of it's not that video.
Because one of the top searches is also both in gay and straight is uniform. Cops, firefighters,
Sure, that makes
soldiers.
sense.
Well, that's popular for all time. Dudes show up dressed like a cop. They
Everyone
take their
loves
clothes off.
Yeah.
Everyone parties and fucking practices blowing them.
But there's no state that but there's no state that has any of those like top
What
searches,
you considered
like that one of those top searches, one of those things that you would consider like, all right.
No Blue Lives Matter.
Oh my God, blue balls matter.
No, it's stuff like, for example, like, okay, some of them do make sense. Utah, Mormon.
Sure.
Yes.
Utah searches Mormon more than anyone else. New Mexico, Native American.
Wow.
Okay.
More than anybody else. Wyoming, goth.
Really?
Yeah.
I could
they
see.
like the outsiders. They
Yeah.
like there's a little something special.
I could definitely see some ranch goth.
Here's also another interesting one. In Nevada, the top search term is Vegas.
You're already there.
Well, that's where all the debauchery is. So
Yeah.
if you're in Henderson, you're not going to search Henderson.
That's where you're gonna get away from
You're in
it.
Hibbins, Minnesota. You're not going to be searching Hibbins, but if you search Vegas, you kind of get a little charge, and no one's like, hey,
search
stepping right over there.
when I go to Pornhub jazz breads.
I remember some of the weird porn I used to get when a kid. I used to go to Vegas, and they would just straight back in the day in the 90s, they would just hand you porn in the street.
Yeah, I remember that. They stopped
there'd be
doing
like
that.
little stars on the nipples and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they would just. I remember being like 12 and be like, "What?"
I guess I can look it up again on his computer.
West Virginia, they'd be into that. Nip slip. That's their
Oh,
biggest one.
really?
Wow, that's interesting.
There's some very, very like specific ones. Like, for example, Texas, creamy.
Really?
Just simply creamy.
I mean, they like ranch. If there is like where that was where ranch is mostly a condiment is in
Yeah.
Texas, right? Or Wisconsin.
Ranch is also a very heavy condiment in Texas.
Yes.
we also
And a
love Miracle
lifestyle.
Whip. Yeah, it very much is. Yeah, you can often put the two together. North and South Dakota are strange because they have different search terms, but they're similar. South Dakota, their top is shower sex.
Okay.
Yeah, because sour sex is bad too. It's just
That's
drinking.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Sometimes that is better.
She's done turned sour.
But North Dakota, loud wet sex.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's similar.
Skloosh, 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 skloosh. But is it like, I don't know.
I would have never guessed them to be so clean.
But wet sex is kind of like, yeah.
Loud wet sex.
That's just more like, are they
That's
in a
so specific.
yeah, in
Yeah.
a swamp?
Some of them are very specific.
Is it like that? Like a muck?
I don't know what loud wet sex is.
I've never typed that in.
I have never typed that in
All
either.
the space in South Dakota, I bet they all got real nice showers.
Oh, yeah. Good water
You know,
pressure.
like, yeah,
They've
good water
got
pressure.
stuff that we are not allowed to have here anymore
Yeah, like
legally.
those special like shower heads and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it blows your fucking asshole open.
Here's a very interesting one. Ohio, some of the other ones have, big dick. Big dick was a big search term this year.
sure.
Huge search term.
Sure.
Big dick energy probably.
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
lot to do with it.
Ohio, small dick.
Interesting.
Wow.
Ohio, very interested in seeing men with small dicks.
Explains a lot.
Yeah, that's where all my new family's from. So you
It
know.
really does just explain a lot.
There you go.
Ask your father-in-law.
Yeah, that's right. I should. We're planning a call, a FaceTime on Christmas.
I feel like this is a good time being like, hey, Papu, do you call him a special name?
No, Bob.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know, like, because that's one of those weird things about calling your wife's father a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we don't do dad, right? Dad's
I
weird.
barely
No.
called my dad.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you call Carolina's father?
Roberto.
You call him Roberto?
It's his name.
But you don't call him, like, Senor Hidalgo?
No, I just call him Roberto. We're on first name babe. We're friends.
We should make a new name for that guy. Like, you call him like you do with your grandpa. Like, you call grandpa, like,
Pop is cool.
yeah, like,
Pops. Hey, Pops.
yeah, being like, it's wife maker.
That's
You're
terrible.
the wife maker.
Hi, wife maker.
changed my-
That's what you say the first time you meet him.
Yeah. I changed my dad's name from Dad to Pop when I got a little older.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Pop
yeah,
is
yeah.
good. Yeah. Yeah, I do take my earlier statement about no cops being on the most relative search list.
Mhm.
The District of Columbia, big ass cop.
Big
Like,
ass
A
cop.
cop with a big ass.
I think it's a cop with a big ass. I think there's a cop.
There's got to
in-
be a guy.
There's got
to be one guy.
No, I think there's a woman. I think there is a woman in the District of Columbia. There is a police officer.
Do I have to look
Chocolate
this
City,
up?
baby.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
right.
doing this again. I'm not looking it up again.
Go ahead. Keep the safe search on.
I know. I just we're at work.
No.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's fine. If it breaks, you buy me a new computer.
No, I'm just,
Yeah. New York has a weird one. Body swap.
Body swap.
Yeah.
What
I
is
feel
that
like that is like a convention because there's certain
like Freaky Friday.
you know what there's
I think
porn
so.
conventions that we're outside of, right? That we're not as interested in, like the idea of I've heard of the term free use,
Yeah.
or people being like that's a common term, I
Familiar
guess,
with that.
that is on the thing that is on the pornography systems.
Yeah.
And I feel like something like that feels like one of those. That's like a category that we don't understand as a category.
Yeah. The one that, and I love our people in Oklahoma. You know I love
We
you
do.
so much. My family's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I got friends in Oklahoma. You guys are great. But the term, what they Googled and relative to everybody else was sex dick.
Sex
Wow.
dick.
That's it?
That seems uneducated.
Yeah. Sex with dick. What's sex? Because I know how I Google search,
Uh-huh.
and it is always that. It was like that's how like when I did that one video, it was like man masturbates caught by police, continues masturbates while caught by police. You know, like
Too
that's-
many details.
It's a lot of details, but that thing of like, I guess just typing, you just need that dick. You're looking to see dick having a sex,
Yeah.
and so you just go like, I need sex dick.
Sex dick. Mississippi is the biggest furry state.
Oh, really? I would
I
have guessed it was PP for PPI.
I like that.
Do you think it's got anything to do with the river?
Yeah.
That old man river.
I would never guess the Mississippi to be furries, though. I would never expect them to like go out and buy costumes in Mississippi.
Well,
I imagine Halloween's boring in Mississippi.
true.
But now, not anymore.
You'd be surprised. I do find that a lot of our listeners that have talked about being into those types of lifestyles, they do kind of come from a place where there's like less stuff to do.
Oh.
Because it's a beautiful hobby if you're into it, right? Like you get to make all the costumes, you get to figure out, because again, as we've been chastised many times before, it's not just sex.
Yes.
A lot of
Yeah,
furries.
it's like rubbing and like just hanging out, too.
Well, it's
It's a lot of just hanging out.
It's just not being a person.
Yeah.
It's being a sexy fox.
I had a very interesting trip once in Boston. We were doing the cop roast, and we're staying at the Hilton. And while I was at the Hilton, there was like a video game convention there and a furry convention. And WWE was in town. So the bar was nuts.
Oh, yeah,
It
buddy.
was like a bunch of cops,
And
wrestlers,
one bar
furries,
of-
and nerds.
Seriously.
And it was like, and everyone was just getting hammered.
Just one
Ric
bar
Flair
of
was a
deodorant
mess.
for
I'll
the
go ahead and
entire
say it. I
night.
don't give a shit. You know, he was a disaster. Everyone was staying away from him. He was being real scary.
He is scary.
yeah.
He's also continues to be a very large man.
Yeah, but the furries were all over the place, and I gotta say, they're all sweet.
Oh, of course.
They were all so kind.
Of course they're kind. Of course they're sweet. I would imagine there's a bit of a Venn diagram between the furries and the video gamers.
Yeah. And the video gamers were doing like a magic card game. I don't think it was magic though.
Nah.
And they were like, I'd never seen it. There was like 100 people surrounding them in the lobby, and these two dudes were battling, and people were just fucking screaming and shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could only imagine there's like thousands of dollars in magic cards
Dude.
getting put back and forth.
You're going to
yeah,
end
dude.
up, understand.
Tens of thousands.
You're going to experience a lot more cons in the next couple of years, and you begin to see all the flavors.
It's fun.
There's many, many flavors, because I find that the anime cons are interesting. They're more genuine fans, but they are a little bit more reserved.
Mhm.
You know?
And it also depends on which con you go to. Some cons are more fun than others. WonderCon is more fun than San Diego Comic-Con because WonderCon is more focused on like nerddom and like getting together
Where's
and talking about. That's in Anaheim.
Oh, cool.
It's like
That's great.
like that's where I found like the Star Trek Society and like sat and talked with them like about Deep Space Nine for like 30 minutes. It was fantastic.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
I'm
this is what a
about-
comic book convention's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm about to do Your Pretty Face Going to Hell panel in Raleigh.
Oh,
At I think it's like the Animatrix Con or something like that. January 5th through the 7th. I'm going to be there.
hell
Very
yeah!
cool.
And while you're there, make sure to search Bubble Butt. That's the
Oh,
number one for North
yeah.
Carolina.
See, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, is that like from shitting from too much barbecue?
No, bubble butt. You don't know what a bubble butt
I know what a
is?
bubble butt is, but I also know what bubble guts are.
Yeah.
And so I feel like they could be both.
No, a bubble butt
I know what a
is
bubble butt is.
because a lot of
Something
it's-
you could slap going straight down.
Yes,
Mhm.
but I'll say that to our listeners. A lot of times it's fake.
Sometimes
Oh,
it is.
So what?
Hey, mine ain't.
That's
BBLs.
goddamn right.
Now
But
you got
you
a big
don't-
old
you-
bubble butt.
The difference, you don't. Unfortunately, you don't have a bubble butt. You don't, because you just got the bottom.
Many comments I've had throughout the years disagree.
desperate men. You actually
I
have
think you
a
have
good lower half of butt, a bubble butt. In side stories,
You
lpotl@gmail.com.
think it's up top?
It also connotates the round of the beginning.
That is true. I have more of a rump than a bubble butt. I have an
yeah.
ample rump.
You've got an ass.
You got a butt, like, to me, a bubble butt, like, yes, I agree with what you're saying, but you do have the greatest test is, like, if you slap straight down from the back, you'll hit it.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson straight from Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah, and Henry's, you just miss. You fall over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
you'll,
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
hit mine.
That's the
You'll
ultimate-
hit mine.
That's my ultimate trick. All right, well, I'm glad that we did. You know, now that we
Florida,
have
what's Florida? Come on.
Florida's very broad.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Fantasy, really? Because they seem so uncreative.
Fantasy.
Yeah, that's
Well,
so
maybe
weird.
It's Disney World.
Whoa,
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I
Well,
bet it
there's-
is.
There's a lot of Disney-based porn.
Wow, of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, yeah.
You kidding me?
And I also take it back. There is one stepmom. However, it's specific stepmom. It's California. It's here. Asian stepmom.
Yeah,
No, yeah, well, we're on the Pacific Coast.
No.
Hey, man.
they see it a lot.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And Idaho is dildo ride, Oregon's nudist, and Washington is sensual sex. So that takes care of the entire West Coast.
Just
Thank
type
you.
it in sensual sex.
Yeah.
How, like, what are you, Luther Vandross?
Well, they're so emotional. The suicide rate's so high. It's raining all the time. They
You
just want to
think-
love.
You just go. And then he
like
puts the
looking in the
saxophone down,
eyes.
and then it's like sensual sex. I want a soft curtain.
Well, it's just the backgrounds are nicer. There's not as much pounding.
Well, they call that
there's not enough like fuck.
Yeah,
Like
they
it's not-
produced,
yeah.
you know, the sounds. Yeah, they got a sound guy.
Softer lighting.
Isn't
Yeah.
the whole thing that's called like porn for ladies? That's like the whole thing.
Yeah. Sensual sex.
Yeah, where it's not just, ripping and gaping.
Yeah.
Some of it's petting and kissing.
Yeah, and you know who loves ripping and gaping? That's Connecticut. Double vaginal.
Yeah.
That is their-
Really?
that's-
Double vaginal.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh.
Good for them.
Commuter state.
a lot of time in the car to let your mind wander.
What's Alabama?
I bet 2 can get in there.
Alabama, fingering myself.
Yep.
Fingering. Just do it.
That's a long.
What is wrong with you guys? How lazy are you?
It's also a very, very long search term.
Kentucky's is really fun. Bouncing boobs.
As long as it's not horses anymore.
Yeah. Udders.
I'm sorry. I just have to know.
Yeah.
Hawaii?
Hawaiian.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They're
kind
kind
of-
proud. I love
honestly,
that shit.
I find that
shit
kind
too.
of selfish.
Selfish?
Yeah.
Why?
Surrounded by it.
Love yourself.
It's an island country. Think about outside the box, man.
No, man. Love yourself. Love your people. Be your people.
I know. I'm just saying, they keep it local there a lot in Hawaii, though.
Alaska does have said Alaska, loneliness, sex doll, number 1.
Ah, wow.
Man, you would go online to watch somebody else fuck a sex doll?
Well, you can't afford it.
That's
It's
true.
not
They're
that
expensive. A good one's very expensive.
not a cheap one. If you're just typing
You
in
can get a
sex
car
doll.
for a sex doll price.
Yeah, you really can.
I guess.
No, yeah, because the at highest end, like $14,000.
It sounds like you need one.
Yeah. I do also love Nebraska. Nebraska's is very simple. It's very
Cornhole.
innocent. Rub.
Honestly, it sounds like more about barbecue. Also, now I want to get a fucking bumper sticker, which we should sell as merch. My other car is a sex doll. That is a great bumper sticker.
That's fantastic. Trademark. Mail in the episode to ourselves. We own it now. It's ours. Trademark. All rights reserved.
Rise from your grave.
Let's get to some true crime.
Yes, please. Speaking of shooting in the butt,
A
we got to
new-
do it.
Hell yeah. Good
A
job.
newly filed report by the Food and Drug Administration describes an incident in a Wisconsin hospital where a woman was shot in the buttocks after bringing a gun into a room with an MRI machine.
Have you ever had an MRI?
Yeah. But not when I was 16, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
I've had
Yeah.
so many of them.
Yeah. You know what? I thought I was going to hate it more than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really did. It was, it's just like one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm doing this.
They pump in the thing where they're like, sail away, sail away, sail away. It's like the type of music that drives me into a homicidal rage.
Yeah, like massage parlor music.
I hate
Lo-fi
it.
beats.
I hate lo-fi beats. Or the worst is the Delta, like when you're waiting on the plane, the
Oh.
Delta, that waiting music where
that's-
it's trying to relax you, where it's just so like, yeah, you're never gonna
Drives me fucking
That's
crazy.
why
I'm gonna fucking take off the fucking top of this plane.
Virgin was always cool. They play like Michael Jackson and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is that cool?
So he
If
brought
on Halloween.
Halloween it was. So do you think she brought the gun in there just because she felt unsafe?
I think she forgot she had the gun on her.
How
Yeah.
can you have
The 50s,
Lots of people just fucking carry guns everywhere they go. It's crazy. I mean,
they don't
people
frisk
you would never.
at the hospital?
Dude, there's these old Jewish guys I know in South Florida. They're always strapped. You
Yeah.
would never think it. Like
My
you
dad
would,
was. My dad was always strapped.
Yeah. So many people are. Oh, it's become such a crazy thing in our society. So just assume everyone has a gun.
Yeah. The 57-year-old woman brought the concealed handgun into the room. The gun was attracted to the magnet of the MRI and fired a single round, which hit her in the right buttock. Small and superficial wound, however, and she was healing well shortly afterwards.
Yeah, but now she's got to buy a new fucking MRI machine.
Well, no, she just shot herself.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just went in
Thank God.
Yeah.
The question too is like, well, fuck that. Honestly, you're the moron. You deserve whatever bill you fucking get. But she's just extremely lucky it didn't hurt somebody else.
She really is. And she had been asked throughout the screening process.
You packing?
She's like, do you have any objects containing iron? And the woman said, no.
No, I got mine from a 3D printer. I'm gonna fool everyone
Mhm.
because I feel like that's a part of it. It's like you can't.
But what does she think's gonna fucking happen?
Don't you
She's
have a
getting an MRI.
But don't you have a hospital gown on?
You think you're gonna cap the fucking nurse?
You have you have this big diaphanous flappy thing on your body. Your ass is hanging out. Where's the gun attached?
Last time I got an MRI, I didn't have to put on the hospital gown.
You didn't have to get in your underwear.
Mm-mm. No, not the last time I had one.
You're really?
Yeah.
You just go in clothes?
That's what they put me in there for. I was in that fucking thing because they were trying to figure out the long COVID and trying to figure out the headaches, trying to figure out if any of my fucking nerves weren't
What
working.
about like your zipper? Was that a problem?
I said it wasn't a problem.
All
And
right.
then they go in there and we're like, well, your lungs don't work, but you got a real long, skinny dick. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It
You
stays long, but it gets thicker.
It does get thicker. But it's the idea of, oh, God, you got this fucking, I guess you're scared. You're paranoid, man.
Oh yeah, man. If you're just, the gun becomes a sort of safety blanket to you where you just can't have it on you at all times because you never know what might happen.
Yeah.
And they
She
just
probably
need
brushes
to
her
have it.
teeth with the fucking thing.
Yeah. This is my brother, my babysitter. I love my gun.
Yeah.
Because that'd be also cool. You just leave the gun home with the kids, right?
Yeah.
So then
That
if
could-
they
watch
if,
the kids.
if they're ever in danger, they use the quote unquote babysitter.
That's how most children get shot because they find the gun when the daddy's at home. Because I found my dad's gun
I'm not a
when we
father.
were at home alone.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Real lucky I didn't kill anyone with that thing.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you
it was
probably-
a big gun.
You played with it a lot, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely played with the gun.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Because you know why I found it? Because they kept it right next to where they hid the Christmas presents.
You can't hide the Christmas presents next to the gun.
I always knew where they hid the Christmas presents, and so like I looked up there, and then there was the gun, and so I grabbed the gun and I played with the gun, and the gun was definitely loaded. It was a big revolver.
This
Oh
is
my
that's a
God.
good notice, all you parents. Guess what? In case you've forgotten being a child, they know where the presents are.
Yeah,
They look for everything.
They know where they are. They've already found them. They found whatever garbage, whatever horrible pictures you and your wife took back when you were fun. They found them.
Man.
They found the drugs. If you got drugs hiding somewhere, they found them.
Mhm.
It's just how it is.
You need a safe.
you gotta have a safe.
You have
yeah.
to have a safe.
Yeah, no, but then he wanted to have it fast.
Well, then he should be packing. If he's got that gun on him, it should be on his belt.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
In
what
the
I
sock.
always- you know what I always said for that? Like, because Julie and I were like legitimately talking about getting a gun and like trying to figure out what it is. And I figured if we ever did get a gun, I would get a shotgun and sand pellets.
Yeah.
Like that way, like if I ever, God forbid, I ever had to shoot somebody,
Yeah.
they would live.
Yeah, the rock salt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm getting one atomic bomb. So as long as I have one, if I just have one atomic bomb, I don't have to do anything ever again.
It would be nice.
You know?
Just
Non-negotiable.
Imagine
I'll
how
become
much you
Henry non-negotiable Zabrowski. You know?
you could sell it. You'd probably get some good money.
The Lord of Brinkmanship. No, buddy. As soon as you don't have the atomic bomb, you lose all those wonderful atomic bomb fucking, what you get from it, dog.
Leverage. Well, let's move on to the next story. This one is one of those accidental death stories. In a shocking incident, a 36-year-old man died after he was punched in the nose by his wife after he refused to take her to Dubai for her birthday celebration.
It tracks.
Oh.
If you feel like you
Was
need
this here?
to
No,
promise,
India.
this is India, but the idea you have to promise your wife to go to Dubai, which is actually, it doesn't sound like it's super great.
No, I mean it's very expensive, you know, and it's just the fish tank looks great.
It's a city built on modern slave labor,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is kind of hard. And then they put they pump a lot of stuff in there, and it's weird. You can't drink.
Yeah.
You can't really hang out unless you go like into these like private clubs. But I do believe that means you're also subject to being arrested at any point.
Quite possibly.
I don't know. I don't really know how that works.
It just seems like a headache to have a decent time.
Well, you
When,
have to
like-
know somebody. You have to be connected.
Long Beach is right around the corner, you know, and just fucking go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what happened? Did he did the nose thing go into his brain? I thought that was a myth.
Well, as per the primary investigation, it has been revealed that the couple had a fight because Nikhil, that's the husband's name, did not take Renuka to Dubai to celebrate her birthday and did not give her expensive gifts on her birthday and anniversary. Renuka was also upset that Nikhil was not giving a favorable response to her wish to go to Delhi to celebrate the birthdays of some relatives. The police further informed that during the fight, Renuka punched Nikhil in the face. The impact of the punch was so hard that Nikhil's nose and some teeth were broken. With heavy bleeding, Nikhil lost consciousness and died.
How fucking strong is this woman?
This
It's
woman-
also
Incredibly strong.
That's
it shows-
insane.
the position. It's remembering to, it's good to remind our audience is that you have to really be careful when you punch somebody in the face, because I actually think that it's not even as strong as you think. It's more about the angle.
And
And
just
if-
hit the honey spot.
hit
Yeah.
the honey spot in the right angle with the right amount of force and not surprising somebody, like popping them in the face. You'd be surprised what can happen.
You think she had brass knuckles?
No, it just said she was punched. I don't know if she had brass knuckles or not. They said just straight full-on fist.
Man, she's going to have a weird time in prison.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to challenge her and try to get punched by her and shit.
Yeah, she kills another.
Yeah.
Like then she becomes one
Oh,
punch.
man, Stone
woman.
Hands. Yeah, she comes like the lady Roberto Duran.
Oh, Stonehands Kana. That would be her name. Yeah. Her name's
stuff like this?
Renuka Kana. So like Stonehands Kana sounds fucking badass.
It does, right?
They try to say that like you would have to. So apparently in Dubai, traveling to Dubai as a woman. What? I'm now obsessed with this. That they I guess tourists can just wear regular clothes, but for the most part, if you're going to any form of mosque, you have to dress traditionally, especially as a woman.
Yeah.
But it's just weird because it seems like it's like a schizophrenic lifestyle.
Yeah,
where
it
they
is.
they profess to
There's
adhere
camels
to
next
these
to
rules.
Lamborghinis. I don't even know how to deal with that. You know, like
It's schizophrenic in the fact that they want to bring in Western tourists, they want to bring in the Western element while also maintaining that they must live by Muslim values.
Yeah, they're in a
That
theocracy.
the people there, that it is a theocracy. Yeah,
Yes.
Now, where is Dubai? Like, is it its own? It's not its own country.
it's in the United Arab Emirates, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a city in the UAE.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't. There's no
Okay.
reason. There's so many cooler places.
So
Yeah,
you
than
have to
Dubai.
tourists are allowed to go. So you can drink in Dubai, but you have to like go to a special place. Like literally, you have to go and find a place.
Yeah, it's like when I drank at Baghdad. It was on the base.
I always forget you went to Baghdad.
Yeah, I brought you dirt.
Yeah, that's great. Still got that dirt.
He went to Baghdad, but Baghdad never left him. Look at him, scarred forever. The mortar shells.
Yeah, man. I made a mental choice to not make a joke there.
Yeah. You look like a guy who's been to Baghdad.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
If you're
I
watching the
appreciate
video
that.
right now, you can see.
Yes.
The name of the bar. You ready for this? Baghdaddies.
I was
that's
going to guess
cute.
Baghdaddy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute. Apparently, the big thing, dude, they do brunch on Fridays in Dubai.
Those fucking weirdos.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. That's not what it's supposed to be done.
Mm-hmm. You think they have different weekends than us?
Whoa, and they got Abu Dhabi. That's where Normal went.
Normal went to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, he nailed him to Abu Dhabi.
That's what Garfield was always trying to do, is that he was always trying to send Normal to Abu Dhabi. He
That's
put
a
this
great joke.
He put this
Yeah,
cat,
that's great.
He put this living creature in a box with no holes, and they always caught him right before the mailman picked it up.
It still gets me.
Man, I don't want to fucking go.
That crazy cat, Garfield.
He does whatever he wants.
Yeah, go to
dog.
Monaco. You know where's the dangerous place I want to go? Cairo.
I do want to go to
I
Cairo.
want
I
to
want to go to Cairo,
so
and I want to go to
fucking bad.
Morocco too.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Morocco. I hear
Yeah.
both those places are fucking great.
I also definitely want to do the Passion of the Christ tour.
Oh yeah.
That's how I view it. Go down there. Like, it's my view. I
It's
view it
hard.
like it's
you
a
know, you
horror.
got to get the cross on.
Oh,
you.
yeah. Ow, feel sorry for me,
This hat sucks.
Do you know who my father is?
Wow. I mean, yeah, the one punch kill, like it doesn't happen often.
But it does.
But it does happen. 80 people between. It's actually actually this is in India. 80 people have lost their lives, but from one punch since 2007. And there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people in India though.
Oh yeah, they're like number 2.
Number one now.
Oh, they're number one.
Yeah,
now?
they're the most populous nation in the fucking world.
Way to get them.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
That's crazy, man. Because like one punch is one thing. Like sometimes like someone will punch you and then you fall and hit your head.
Yes.
You know, like that's one thing. But this is just a punch kills you.
Well, that's number 3, is that like it happens in one of 3 ways. First, fatal damage can be caused to the brain. The force of impact can cause the tearing of veins to the brain, leading to fatal internal bleeding, which is, it sounds like what happened to this guy.
Yeah.
Secondly, a person who has been knocked out can stop breathing and they die of asphyxiation.
Oh.
Or third, even a relatively ineffectual punch can knock somebody over and cause them to bang their head and sustain a fatal secondary injury. So
Okay.
it seems like this guy, considering the amount of blood they mentioned in the story, he probably died from the first.
Fucking wild.
Just like
What
you
is
said,
this?
the honey
crazy.
spot, just
Do you
popping.
think she just looks at her hands and is just like, what are these?
I'm a
man killer. These hands.
millions.
Whoa, you know, it says here, it's not as, Dubai is not as conservative as you thought.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
It sounds like a travel website.
No, it's no way, Eddie. It says here, it's been like, oh, you can leave your belongings wherever you go because yes, some people may find their government administrators strict, But they said that, and yes, it was sort of, they do use the term ruled the city with an iron fist. But what that means is that there's no crime.
It sounds a lot like Scientology. Unless you've heard it from us, don't believe it.
Curious.
Ooh. The in Iran, I remember they have the finger chopping machine.
Yeah.
Where they put your finger in and they chop it off if you get caught stealing something.
Yeah.
And I always thought the ultimate thing to steal would be the finger chopping machine.
That'd be awesome. Now see what you do with it. Now see what you can do. Meanwhile, they've been like, we will just use a scimitar.
We have more than one. So yeah, this woman, she has been charged with murder, and we'll see if there are any developments in the future.
Oh, you're not allowed to swear in public.
In Dubai.
No.
How?
They fucking, if they hear you, they arrest you. And then you're also no public displays of affection.
This is Demolition Man.
No, man. No, it is not as conservative as you think. I read this somewhere. It says here, it's an enjoyable experience. Go experience the ease of the slave driver lifestyle. It's incredible.
Well, I got a fun story that harkens a little bit back to our necrophilia episode.
Please.
It's not necrophilia.
Oh.
It's necrotheft.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
An investigator with the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has been charged with stealing a gold necklace and rare coins from 2 dead people while on the job.
It's fucking Johnny Depp.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounds like
that's got to happen daily, right?
Yeah, it happens all the time. They just don't get caught.
They don't get caught. It's also like, I still feel like it's frowned upon because what if the spirit of the thing follows you?
I would imagine that these people don't really think a whole lot about the spirit world.
Wait till you got. We have some stories coming up in 2024 that I'm very excited for.
Me too.
That will teach you a couple of lessons about stealing things and removing objects from the dead that don't belong to you.
I think that, what they should do is just get a bunch of fake necklaces and just always have them.
Just let 'em go.
So you can switch them.
Yeah, you're talking about what my mom used to do, where she was like, Henry Thomas, you got to make sure to have 2 wallets. And then you have one wallet, keep your money in your shoe. Then you keep a spare wallet that has just 1 card in it, so they don't think that that's fake. But then you have another empty wallet in case you have to run, Henry Thomas. Because then what you do is you throw the wallet, and then you run in the opposite direction.
Yeah, but didn't you get mugged 4 times?
Very much so.
You should have listened to her.
It was before I did that. I had no money. I had a Discman.
Yeah.
I had nothing.
I can't believe they took the Discman. It was like the last month that a Discman was like a thing.
They didn't take the Discman. I always remember the guy's face because he literally was like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, because he asked for your iPod.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, where's your iPod, man? I was like, I have a Discman. And then the look of disappointment in me that he had, it's been like, damn, you don't have a fucking.
It's like, I live in your neighborhood.
Yeah, bro, I'm here, dude. I'm scared, man. I'm just like you, dude. You and me together. Let's go rob some motherfuckers. We don't have anything, man. Let's just fucking go, dude. Let's go. I'll show you where the rich people are. It's not here.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office announced Wednesday that Adrian Munoz, 34, had been charged with 1 felony count of grand theft and 1 misdemeanor count of petty theft. Prosecutors said he stole a gold crucifix necklace off the body of a warehouse worker who died of a heart attack on the job this January.
Unbelievable.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
That bothers me, actually. Because
Yeah.
as much as I don't believe in God at all,
hate
let
the crust.
this fucking warehouse worker and his family know that he has his necklace.
Let him be buried with his gold necklace.
Yes, that's
yeah,
his
yeah,
necklace.
Yeah. After the family reported the theft, investigators searched Munoz's desk and found antique coins along with a receipt that belonged to a man whose death he had investigated in November of last year.
This is the beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah, this is just a guy rifling through the pockets of the dead and taking. I mean, who knows what else he took?
Because, if you believe back in the day, there's some people that purposefully have left money with the dead because, the old way when you'd leave the coins and the eyeballs.
Yeah, so they can pay the man on the river Styx,
Yes.
the ferryman on the river Styx.
You pay Chiron.
Yes.
Yes. And then, because I guess if not, your soul wanders the planet Earth.
Wanders the banks of the river Styx.
And then shows up at your fucking house, right? Steals your belt like I had to deal with.
Still on that fucking belt thing.
It was
man.
still one of the weirdest things that's ever happened to me.
The more interesting story to me is like who died with a bunch of ancient coins in their pockets.
I mean, that's the thing, man. If you collect coins, like there's a chance you fucking die on the way home from the coin store.
Yeah. Which there is one around here.
You know what? That's one of the things I keep.
It's kind of cool.
I'm trying to not let myself get into ancient coin collecting because I feel like it's something that I would really enjoy.
How much is a doubloon?
I don't know. I haven't started the collection yet.
You're going to become a numismatist?
Is that what a man who collects coins is?
Yeah, you fucking nerd.
Coins are great for burying. Not to talk you into this, but like they're
I'm looking
really
at
good in the ground.
How much is an old doubloon? This is what I'm looking at. How much is an old doubloon?
Actually, I do have a bunch of pennies, and maybe I should bury those in my garden.
Why not?
All right,
That's a good. That sounds like a way to kill 3 hours.
Yeah.
A standard Spanish doubloon has an average U.S. price of $4,000.
Damn. Park your money in some doubloons.
Absolutely.
The government's going to come after you. They don't know you got this fucking bucket of doubloons.
We're slowly becoming Coast to Coast AM. We're just selling gold for cash. But we don't even have a service attached to it. We're just telling people to do it. This one's $45,000.
Damn.
This
I
is
remember
1972.
when
1972. 1712.
When I got my mom's life insurance money, my buddy's dad was like, buy a bunch of silver, put it under your bed.
This is all the old New York people that was around my mother just being like, what if we just put it all in one giant gold frame?
Yeah.
And then you put a family picture in it. And no one knows that all of your wealth is in one gold frame.
It's the most fucking
On your house.
stupid Queen's idea I've ever heard in my life.
Stupid.
What happens if the house burns down?
Well, the gold melts and then you get that puddle.
Yeah,
Right?
You go find the puddle. You
Yeah,
tell the
you'll find
firefighter, look for a golden puddle.
Just so you know, that's fake, but it's got a lot of emotional importance to me. Okay? No, man, you can get into balloons. I feel like if you get into coin collecting, we talked a little bit about this, you and me, the other day, about like you do obviously like you like collections.
I love collections. Yeah, we went to the Rose Bowl flea market the other day together. It was nice. We had a boys antiquing day.
That's very sweet. I like that.
It was nice.
Still though, this shit's fucking expensive. This is $18,000 for a fucking coin,
Well, I don't
walking
have-
$Liberty $half.
I don't have to pay $18,000 for a coin. I could just be like, hey, you got any of those Kennedy $half?
Well,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
fucking what's this? But wow, this is a fucking $17,000 quarter.
It must be two-sided or something.
I gotta go through my old fucking change.
Oh, yeah. No, you've given away thousands of dollars without even knowing it.
Yeah,
I told you that happened
we
with
all
my
have.
niece,
Yeah.
where like she found my old baseball card collection,
Mm-hmm.
and she opened it up, and she was like, "Uncle Henry, can I have this? Like all the kids at school think baseball cards are like fun now." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, all right." And then I was like, "Hold on a second." And I pulled it out. I went through some of it, and I found this Bobby Bonilla rookie card from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Wow.
And I fucking looked it up. And it was like $750, right? And I was like, give me this fucking card back. I was like, this is a game. This is a game you're playing. You know I'm stupid. She was just like, I didn't know that they'd be worth a lot of money. I was like, this is fucking... Yeah, I didn't know.
She knew.
I remember when I got all my cards back. I had like 2 giant Tupperware bins of cards. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with these things? And then I called up a couple card stores, and they all were like, it's worthless.
No, most
Yeah.
of it's worthless. The
Most
rest
of
of
it's
it's probably worthless. Most of it is because
in the 90s and 80s, they overprinted everything.
Yes.
But the old shit still is a lot of money.
See, that's the thing. I got a Michael Jordan rookie card that was given to me by a pedophile because he was grooming me.
cool.
But that means I also have a Dominique Wilkins rookie card.
Wow.
Ah,
It's
and
almost worth it.
Yeah, and the Michael Jordan. I mean, that's
And
it.
you never had to suck his dick.
I never
The
got
Hawk's
molested.
another predator. But Andre Johnson's like, he's the human highlight machine. Fuck.
But no, but I never got molested. But I did get a very valuable basketball card out of it that I still have.
Are you going to sell
great.
it?
Maybe someday. I don't know.
I'd take it.
Yeah, I'm not going to give it to you.
Michael
You gotta
Jordan.
buy it.
You can
I'll
buy
fence
it.
it.
You can buy it from me.
Let me fence it for you.
No, buy it from me.
No, give me a VIG.
I'm not going to
Right.
give you a VIG.
Give me an old VIG. I'll go I got a guy. I'll go down by the fucking wharf.
I can get a guy. I don't need baseball cards are very easy to sell.
I got your guy.
What's
I
his
got
name?
the guy. Let's just say his name is. Let's just say his name's Tony.
Tony, the baseball card dealer down by the wharf.
Yeah, my guy.
Yeah. So San Francisco? Because
Yes.
that's the only wharf I could think of.
It's
in
Little San
California.
Francisco in LA. You ever been to Little San Francisco? It's called Skid Row. Downtown.
Well, that's pretty much all we got with the guy. He stole the gold cross. He stole the coins, and now they're in the process of investigating. Like, what the fuck else did this guy steal?
Of course,
Oh,
because
I'm sure,
that's
all kinds of shit.
there's no way that's the only thing he stole. But that's the beginning of a horror movie. Never
Yeah.
steal from the dead. I know that is like one of truly. I have very few rules, and that's one of them.
What if they've been dead like a long time? What if they've been
then it's
dead like
definitely
100
no.
years?
Then
Like
it's archaeology.
Ulysses Grant. You can steal from his shit.
But I think that's why archaeologists don't get paid a lot of money because they're cursed.
Then they should get paid a lot of money.
No, it's the opposite. It's that's you get your jollies,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's all they're doing. They're doing it for the sexual pleasure.
So are all museums like haunted then?
I find that you've seen
Indiana
Night
Jones?
at the Museum.
Yes. And
Scary
I've seen
in a
the
museum at
relic.
night. But yeah, but it's scary in a museum at night. You know, fucking Ben Stiller's in there. Anything things come alive. I would find the energy to be haunting. When we had the private tour of the British
The
Museum.
British Museum's definitely haunted.
There's just a concentrated energy there that is it's wild.
Yeah, the museum that I went to in Stockholm that had the entire remains of an entire medieval battle, like all of their skulls and bodies, and like they showed like this guy, like they showed a dude's skull with the wound, and it showed you exactly how he died. Like this was the weapon that they used. This was how the fucking angle came down.
God, was you embarrassed already? And you knew that was old
My
time.
whole life.
Yeah, all times people just filing
This
through.
fucking guy refused to defend himself.
This wussy. Now he's blazing throughout the ages.
Live from your grave.
Well, I got a story that's a bit of a blast from the past that somebody's finally paying for.
Ooh.
The former mayor of Osceola Mills. Do you know Osceola Mills? It's in
No.
Pennsylvania.
No, I don't know.
She was sentenced to prison time after
Osceola Mills.
Osceola Mills.
That's a Florida word. It's a
I figured
indigenous word, Osceola.
Yeah. But it happened in Pennsylvania. She was sentenced to prison time after firing a gun at Pokemon Go players in 2022.
Man, in 2022?
Yeah.
That was after the craze.
It was.
People still do it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People are still Pokemon going.
Yeah. Ida Reams was sentenced Monday.
Mayor Reams. That's great.
Mayor Reams was sentenced Monday, December 11th to up to 1 year in jail plus 18 months probation.
That's it?
For
1
her-
year for attempted murder?
Well, for her 2022 outburst against two people playing Pokemon Go.
Outburst? It'd be different if you drove past them and I don't know what a good slur is for Pokemon people, but the idea of driving past and just going, nerd! Then shooting at them.
The incident happened at the Community Food Bank on Lingle Street. In the original criminal complaint, police listened to the 911 call and said that Reams audibly told the duo to get out right now and that she would, quote, fucking kill them.
This is at the food bank?
At the food bank on Lingle Street.
She worked there?
Yeah, she was just there.
Well, community food bank is probably where you'd be doing volunteering.
Well, the man said that he and his friends were playing Pokemon Go when Reams came out of the community food bank noticeably intoxicated and started yelling at them.
It is kind of offensive to be like running around a food bank trying to catch Pokemon with your iPhone. I will say.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not saying that she did the right thing.
It seems like it was public land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you get fucking liquor at the food bank?
I think she brought liquor
She
to
probably
the food
got
bank.
that at the liquor bank.
Yeah.
I went to the fucking the liquor grocery store or whatever. What is this?
But after the people called 911 and heard her saying that she'd fucking kill them, they heard 2 gunshots and the call disconnected.
Yeah.
So they thought that the police thought these kids were fucking dead.
Yeah, she's
but-
lucky she didn't get killed when they showed up.
Yeah.
But you know what? She respectively stood down as mayor of Osceola Mills in 2021 because she said basically she won enough.
Hold on. She was the actual mayor?
She was the former mayor.
2 terms. 2 terms.
Yeah.
Popular.
Yeah,
Osceola Mills. Wow.
One in 2013, won re-election in 2017.
I like her because she's real.
I think there's more to the story.
You think so?
I think these kids did something.
Wow, he's blaming the kids.
I think these kids set her off, and we're not learning about something else that happened.
I think that Mayor Reams should have taken the opportunity to be above.
She is out of line. Yes,
She shot at children
yeah, but I think that
because Gurney our beloved PA here, Tirzo, they're a Pokemon Go person.
Yeah, of course. And there's nothing wrong with being a Pokemon Go person.
Do you think that Kelly deserves to get shot at?
I'm not saying
By a
that
mayor?
these kids
No,
deserve
Rob
to get
doesn't
shot
think
at,
so. I don't
but
think so.
I think there's more to the story.
The thing is, they're following the Pokemons, right? They're going after the Pokemons.
What if they're like grabbing her pussy and shit and be like, oh, what's up, bitch? Yeah, you used to be the
That
man, now
would've
you're nothing.
that would've been in the article.
You know, but we don't know. It's all hearsay, so they put it in the article.
Also, I believe you do need permission from the Pokemon people to put a monster in the side of your pussy.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting, though. I found another report that referred to the two people playing Pokemon Go as two men.
Oh.
So I don't know if they're kids or not.
This is misogynist.
Okay.
Men can play
I'm just saying
Pokemon
that
Go.
they might be a little
Absolutely.
older because we're talking about them like they're a
It
bunch
could
of
be
like
18.
kids.
But
Men.
guess what, man? Whatever gets you out of the house, it's just Pokemon Go.
And they were just in a parking lot. So you're
Okay.
allowed to be in the parking lot. It's not like they're frolicking on the front steps of the food bank.
Don't businesses have to approve? Isn't that real with the Pokemon Goes? Like, don't they have to do the thing? Be like, yeah, you could have one of the Pokemonster things in my establishment. Like, that's okay.
I think you have to have, if you go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's outside. It's fine. It's a parking lot.
Yeah, it's a parking lot.
But they just walking through looking for the monsters.
So they're just wandering around the parking lot looking for the monster. Yeah.
I find it offensive how many are at Pearl Harbor.
There are a lot.
Not.
Let me look that up. Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go to Pearl Harbor. There has to be, right? Because don't they have them everywhere?
Yeah, but they're just in the water.
And go
Pokemon. Okay, here we go. Okay, Pokemon spawning on military base question. As is well known, Pokemon did not spawn on most, if not all, military bases without a lure module at a Pokestop. Because something was a change, because I just caught 3 within 5 minutes that spawned without a lure and not at a Pokestop on a base where they never spawned before. So these Pokemons are jumping into our military bases. We gotta fucking stop this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not good. We're getting invaded from the inside. From Pokemons.
I have some interesting further information about this case. And you were right, Ed. It might be a little more complicated than we thought at first. In January 2023, a plea required she serve 7 days to 1 year in the county jail for these charges. After this was rejected, she was back in court in March for a sentence of 4 months home detention. By the way, she's got cancer. She wants to die in peace.
Okay.
This was also rejected in the case scheduled for jury
She doesn't want to
selection.
die in war?
Yeah. But when the trial was set to begin in October, officials discovered neither of the victims were available to testify. One had been subpoenaed but didn't show up for court, and the second could not be located after he was released from state prison in an unrelated case.
Oh.
These are bad dudes.
This might actually be, wow, you actually might be right. They might actually be bad guys.
At that time, District Attorney
knows?
Ryan Sayers commented that the victims had been hostile since the beginning of the case, which was one of the reasons they withdrew 2 counts of aggravated assault at that stage and offered the other 2 plea agreements.
Interesting.
According to the affidavit, Reams called police saying she was in the parking lot at the corner of Curtin and Lingle Streets. She claimed this is where it gets a little dicey. You don't really know with this. She claimed 2 men were looking suspicious. So she asked where they were from and why they were there. Do not know the races of the people involved here.
Yes.
But she explained that she was, quote, receiving a lot of harassment in this town, and she was, quote unquote, done, adding that, quote, it's gonna be bad.
Whoa.
And she was clearly intoxicated. So I think this may have more to do with her being just a paranoid person, thinking that the town's out to get her.
Sounds
and being like
complicated.
really fucking drunk. And then I think there might be a lot of assholes in this story.
Yeah, I think everybody's. No, I think
a
the
good way
only
to put
person
it.
that's okay in this whole thing is Pikachu. Because there's a lot of rules here. Apparently, they were showing up on military bases. Pokemon Ghosts were showing up in military bases, and they were having problems because people were getting in car accidents on military bases while playing Pokemon Go and actively serving in the military.
Ah, I see. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, but it's also just it's data aggregator.
Yeah. Free training, I'd say, capture.
See, I think it'd be cool because I think Pokeballs, right?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Is not Pokeballs.
That's part of
That's
it.
what I like.
Balls or something else.
I
Yeah.
like a Pokeball.
Nah.
Of course, who doesn't?
Yeah, but a Pokeball. I mean, is that what that is? That's what they call
The
it.
ball?
A Pokeball? Yeah,
And
they
they
have
capture
balls.
the monsters in them.
Do they, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. And there we are.
There we are.
I don't know anything about these Pikachu's, man.
Well, I got one last story.
Yes.
You can find anything inside a worn couch, including a Florida fugitive who spent weeks on the lam for a probation violation for the sale of fentanyl.
Cool.
Police have been searching for Stacy Usher, 39, since early November for allegedly breaking her probation by selling fentanyl and unlawfully using a two-way communication device. So apparently she was barred from using a cell phone. She was recently named the sheriff's office's warrant of the week with her mug and charges posted on social media. On Tuesday, her game of hide and seek came to a crushing end when she was found stuffed tightly inside a couch where she tried to evade capture by burying herself under the cushions.
I'm just a bunch of M&Ms. Sounds like what's his name, Danny DeVito from Always Sunny.
Yeah. I want to show you
Let me see this woman.
a picture.
I'm just M&Ms.
Oh, she's in there.
Yeah. Wow. Hide and
they
seek
got her.
champion has been felled.
Yep.
Because that's
man.
a hard way to go. How long she thought? I guess
You
with the
gotta run
fentanyl.
out of air eventually.
When the fentanyl really comes into play,
Yeah.
it's this idea of, I'll just be a couch.
I'm a couch.
I'm a
Yeah.
couch. You can't arrest me. I identify as a couch. as far as I was concerned, you're not the furniture police.
What does fentanyl do to you? Like, what is it like? What's the high?
It's
Makes
like
you super relaxed.
It's like codeine,
Okay.
oxycodone. It's not necessarily a high as much as it is a numb.
Then why do they put it in blow? Isn't that counterproductive?
It's all bad.
There's a reason why. I can't remember exactly what it is, but there is a reason why.
Yeah.
Why do they actually? I looked it up. I do partially think it's because
hate that you forgot your computer.
yeah. Why do they use the
Why
cut
is
cocaine?
fentanyl in cocaine? And where can I find
why
some?
is cocaine? Why is fentanyl awesome to cut cocaine with?
Well, I know that the reason why they cut fentanyl with cocaine and why it's a big problem is because cocaine and heroin are both dependent on plants.
Yeah.
They have to be made from coca seeds or coca beans or seeds, or I can't remember which one is the coca plant,
Yeah.
or poppy seeds, where fentanyl is like meth. It can be manufactured anywhere.
Oh,
So they
basically,
can manufacture fentanyl, they can manufacture meth, but cocaine and heroin, that takes a lot more production.
according to this ABC News article, it's because number one, fentanyl is doesn't always kill people, just a lot of times kills people because it depends on what the purity of the fentanyl and what your tolerance levels are. Also, apparently, just straight up fentanyl's cheaper.
Yeah.
And so they use it like they used to use baby laxative.
Yeah.
But actually, baby laxative actually sounds like a much healthier up. Like
It's
it just makes you
way-
shit your
yes.
pants.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
it's way-
I never shat my pants, and I was full of baby laxative in the late 2000s.
But you
Oh,
also,
yeah.
I didn't even think you ate enough. I think it's when a fat guy does a bunch of cocaine that the diarrhea
Yeah,
comes into
yeah.
play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Artie Lang.
No.
Yeah. How many dogs can you put in you? You know, you weren't doing that.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Artie Lang, the only guy who got fatter on cocaine and heroin.
It's crazy.
That takes it a feat.
It's impressive. That's
Yes.
probably what kept him alive, to be honest with you, is that he was actually eating food.
Could be.
Yeah.
So you learned a lesson here today. We learned a lot. Your computer learned a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, your search history has definitely been altered.
Yes, which I'm really happy for, but just don't do it. And for this New Year's Eve, if you're going out there and if you're going to try to do a little the powder there, all right, you're going to be the nanny of your group. Get those test string strips.
It's the test strips.
It
It
Get the
doesn't
test
matter.
strips.
Get the
It's
strips.
a new
Get the
day.
Narcan.
It's
Get
a new day. You can get them on Amazon, for
Yes.
fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And I hate Amazon.
Yeah. Or just don't do the coke.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what works for me?
What?
Espresso.
Espresso. Yeah.
Just one nice. It's so nice. You have a couple you have a little chill.
Mhm.
You have a little pasta. You know what I mean? That little espresso at the end.
Sleep upside down.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. A new year for all of us. You know, and I think it's important. We're going to fucking blaze the last year and then set fire to the new year. I think that's important. Where it's like everyone always says, like, oh, 2024, this is my year. Be like, no. Right? Be like, no. This is no one's year.
It's gonna be a real rough
I mean, they
year.
have been getting progressively worse, even though the pandemic's kind of over.
But every
What are you
day.
talking about? We know like 6 people with COVID right now.
It's true.
It's true. You're right.
Yeah, it's ripping through. It's out there.
yeah.
But 2024, maybe we'll get one positive take, though, is that every day is a new opportunity to fucking fuck something up.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And you just choose what that is.
Or to build something up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking create some shit.
That's
Yeah,
a
bro.
great
And
idea.
you can fuck some shit up while you're building shit up.
That's
right.
the idea, man.
Yeah.
Fuck other dumb shit up, make new good shit up.
That's right.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be great.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Let's Let's get through this year together.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We will.
please.
Australia. We'll be there.
Australia
Yeah.
can't.
We got that looking.
Wait.
And
So you're looking forward to
we're
it?
in the process of booking a shitload of dates here in America in the next few months. So we will be announcing tour dates soon.
You look
I'm
out.
getting healthier. You know, my fucking long COVID, it's still there. It's still fucking with me, but I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm getting to where I can
Well,
fucking
it's
go out and
planning
perform.
and doing it right rather than,
Killing
insanely.
ourselves.
Yeah, rather than insanely going out blind, rather than blindly going out without knowing exactly what's wrong with me and trying to do it and almost dying in the process.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
But also check out Operation Sunshine, our new comic book. It's out there. Issue 3 had just come out.
Yes.
Please get it from your local comic
Is it
book
out
store.
now?
It is out.
Yep.
Go and check it out. We love it. We put a lot of work into it. We can't wait for you to read this entire fucking thing. We had a great show with the Knitting Factory. I know that we did.
It was unbelievable.
And I think that's it for now. And then probably towards the end of January, twitch.tv/LPNTV is going to have a full pant load of new material. We have new stuff developing. We're going to do a full core press, and I can't wait for you guys to see what is cooking up in the LPN laboratories.
Hoopa Goo Goo game's coming, baby.
It's gonna be fucking sweet.
I'm very
Yeah, a bunch of
excited.
new shit. So, hail sweet Satan.
Oh, and Helgi?
Hail Mayor Reams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we know.
I love her.
And the
We don't
jury
know.
is out.
We don't know enough about Mayor Reams and who she considers suspicious and why.
The views of Ed Larson do not reflect the views
So
of
before
the
we say
Last
that,
Podcast Network.
I love you. You literally say Hail Gee. Who cares what she did?
He gave us an excellent content.
I explained that in our book. I explain it in our book. It's explained.
And that which would make a great Christmas present if you forgot to get someone a Christmas present.
Yeah, last book on the left.
Yeah, go out there.
You can order it. Yeah.
Still out there. I've only seen it on a couple of discount shelves.
I think there's a fair amount of remainders out there, so go to A-Books and get it on discount.
Get it. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you next year. This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.